It looks like following the death of Queen Elizabeth, the monarchy was suddenly thrown into some new challenges that they needed to face, including figuring out the future role of Prince Harry. In this video, we'll talk about one of the Queen's final acts, which was to strip Prince Harry of his official role, and how a royal biographer sparks controversy after saying it's Meghan I'm after. Let's begin. First up, let's talk about the late Queen's will. It looks like it'll be a long time before there's even a hint of a legal chance that we'd get to see the contents of the late Queen Elizabeth's will. Currently, the final testaments of the royal family are kept in an undisclosed location, strictly under lock and key. And we gotta say, that's better security than most people have. Despite all the secrecy surrounding the late Majesty's will, we got wind of some details that were revealed that we'll talk about today. We all know by now that her son Prince Charles inherited the throne, the keys to the Tower of London, as well as her entire collection of Songs of Praise egg cups. That's quite specific. Her two dogs, Mick and Sandy, who are Corgi and Dorgy respectively, went to Prince Andrew and his now ex-wife Sarah. We wonder how that arrangement is going to work out. Prince Anne, on the other hand, got her hands on various jewelry pieces, including her late mother's iconic set of pearls, 3 strings to be exact, which we're sure will really brighten up her wardrobe of various beiges, which she dons to clean the stables before dawn. But by a stroke of luck, some of the other family members, namely Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and his disgraced uncle Andrew, were not exactly at the generous end of receiving monarchical gifts. Yikes! Wonder what that was about. Up next, questioning Prince Harry's role in the royal family. Even though the prince now lives within biking distance of the gorgeous Pacific Ocean, after stepping down as a working royal family member back in 2020, and Prince Andrew has undergone a public scandal, they're both still counselors of state, which essentially means that they could be called in any time to stand in for the current monarch. They could also be called to undertake most of the official duties that are a part of King Charles' life now. While Prince Harry was stripped of his military appointments and his official roles 2 years ago, this act didn't extend to his being legally eligible to be the Counselor of State. Did no one expect this to be a potential problem? Now, both Prince's roles to act as Counselor of State have been questioned in the House of Lords. Both the royals are a part of the 5 Counselors of State who are tasked with carrying out all official duties should the monarch travel abroad or fall ill. The remaining 3 counselors include Prince William, Queen Consort Camilla, and Princess Beatrice. Most royal duties include signing official documents, attending the Privy Council meetings, and receiving ambassadors and dignitaries. We'd love to sign up for this life, but for a minute, just let it sink in. 2 royals, who, with how things are currently going, may never step foot in Buckingham Palace again, can be called any time to run parts of the massive regal show. That sounds like drama 101. Moving on to the impact of this decision. Now, most Londoners believe that the idea of Prince Harry still acting as a Counselor of State could prove to be a potential problem, not that they're happy with the other choices. The whole thing has been questioned in the House of Lords for a reason. Locals raised the very question of why a princess, who's best known for her rather unique taste in hats, and 2 private citizens should still be even allowed to remain on the list of possible stand-ins for the current monarch. For them, it feels rather ridiculous to imagine that there may be a day when Princess Beatrice, of all people, could be in a position where she can be called to sign official documents on behalf of the royal family. This further emphasizes the often inherent ridiculousness of a monarch that's inherited. To add fuel to an already growing fire, the King and Queen, along with Prince William and Kate, the Princess of Wales, will apparently be spending much of next year traveling around the globe, charming adorable little babies and people who have time to make welcome signs for the royals out of glitter. We're not judging, just commenting. That leaves Harry, Andrew, and Beatrice to stand in for the royal family's various official duties, a fact that Londoners are having a really hard time accepting. Let's talk about what is currently being done about it. According to multiple reports, the palace is trying to take serious action to sideline Prince Harry and Prince Andrew, and possibly weird hat lover Princess Beatrice. New paperwork is set to arrive in the British Parliament in a couple of weeks, which aims to to amend the letters patent, which caused this entire mess in the first place. The idea to possibly expand the candidates, most likely to add Prince Edward and Princess Anne to the total number of counselors to state, to try and ensure that Prince Andrew and Prince Harry are never forced to come in to engage in royal duties. Coming up, the Queen made these plans before she died. A well-respected royal biographer, Robert Hardman, confirmed that this proposal was already in the works and was being considered a few months ago, with the approval of the late Queen Elizabeth. Well, it looks like the Queen had a feeling this would have become a PR disaster waiting to happen. In the final months of her life, the late Queen chose to make plans for her own grandson to lose his last and final role, without even dropping a hint to the world. We wonder what other official secrets she's been able to keep over all these years. We know that the chances of Prince Harry ever being asked to step in for his father and carry out all those duties are about as slim as a pocky stick. But it's the whole symbolism of the thing. The idea that this is even a possibility has sent the Parliament into a complete frenzy, and action is to be taken sooner rather than later. Let's discuss what this means for Prince Harry. For Harry, being one of the 5 counselors of the state is the last remaining trace of his former life. Gone are his military titles, his presidency of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, along with his patronages of the Rugby Football Union and the Rugby Football League. And let's not forget, we can no longer call him His Royal Highness. Despite everything that has transpired between him and the royals, we really do hope that the late Queen had a moment of reminiscence and left him something lovely in her will. Maybe an expensive Rembrandt? Or her first edition copy of Black Velvet? A memento that he can have in the new home that reminds him of his grandma as he goes off biking in his new hometown of Montecito, which includes residents like Ariana Grande and Rob Lowe. Moving on to Meghan Markle, it looks like the press isn't done hounding Meghan Markle, and this time it's royal biographer Tom Bower who has launched an attack on the former actress during a morning show appearance. During a segment that focused on the current status of Sussex's royal titles, especially considering Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, Bower admitted that he doesn't mind Harry and that it's actually Meghan he's after. That's quite a strong statement. Following up with what the Queen felt, the royal biographer claimed that even the late Queen saw right through Meghan and that he was glad that she was unable to make it to the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral. Yikes! He also cast doubt on Prince Harry's involvement in the creation of his upcoming memoir, claiming that it was ghost-written and questioned if Harry had even read it. On the other hand, he firmly believes that Meghan has probably read every word of the memoir, admitting that she's both highly intelligent and sophisticated. Finally, Bower wants to strip them of their titles. Despite saying that he doesn't have a problem with Harry, Bower is still ready to strip both former royals of their titles completely because he feels the two are profiting off of their status and damaging the royal family name in the process. Those are some strong feelings there, Bower. He says of the couple living in Montecito that they're bent on making their fortune by tarnishing and damaging the royal family name to promote their own brand agenda. He further claimed that he doesn't think they should even be allowed to call themselves Duke and Duchess anymore. Well, Tom Bower does have a book to promote, since his latest work, Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors came out earlier last month. A couple of controversy-filled soundbites never hurt a book promotion campaign, right? As they say, no publicity is bad publicity, so we guess Tom Bower may be deliberately attacking Meghan just to light some salacious fires. That's a wrap for this video. Do you have any thoughts about Prince Harry being stripped of his official role? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.